Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
And good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us across the entire globe. Welcome to Tarot Today. We are back on the air after a little hiatus. We took a summer break, Mary and I. And you may notice that Mary is not here with me. Yes, she's taking an extra week off. Lucky her. And so I get to go solo. She has some things she wants to, knock out of the way before coming back to the show, get some work done and things. And I don't blame her. Plus, it's hot out there. Oh, my God. I said yesterday, okay, who left the heater running outside in Tucson, Arizona? Because I'm looking out the window. It is hot in the hundreds and hundreds here. Ooh, a new sub. Hi, Soul. Soul's popping in there. And, if you're listening to us on Blog Talk Radio, our radio simulcast, we are also live always on YouTube. That's right. So you can come over to YouTube and see us and see the cards and things like that. Or I should say, see me, because Mary's not here today. But she'll be back hopefully next Saturday. What's that, the 15th? Yes, Mary should be back here next Saturday, hopefully. Sharona's on hiatus too. In a few minutes, I'm going to tell you like her great shows coming up and stuff. Let's see here. Who's popping in? Just came from the beach, Soul says. Soul Sandoval. Oh, and there's Michelle Metheny. Hey, Michelle. Hi. Is it hot enough for you yet? I don't know where you're at, but let me tell you, if you're anywhere near where I'm at, it's ridiculous. So I've been running around all week and doing errands and stuff, getting everything out of the way so I could come back on the air today. And oh my God, 111 degrees. I was melting. Heart Driven Tarot with Laura is in the house. Hello, Heart Driven. We also have some callers on the phone lines, area code 630, area code 703. So as I said, if you're listening to us on Blog Talk, you can come over and join us in the chat here as well on YouTube and, see my lovely mug. Just go over to YouTube and we are Tarot Today Live. Tarot Today Live. And you can find the live show. I think you can also get there if you go to www.tarottoday.live. That'll take you over to our show page, and there's links to everything and so forth, And of course, if you are in the chat with me and hanging out with me here on YouTube, well, you can call into the show too. That's right. So here's the phone number, 714-816-4628. So if you're listening to the show and you are listening through Blog Talk, maybe you are on the fence about calling in, come on, call in. It's wide open, really. And if you are watching on YouTube, hey, do something different. Call into the show and chat with me. That would be so cool. In the future, what I'd like to do, this just popped in my head, that it would be really cool to do some shows where our members and such, we can invite them to the Zoom, because we're processing all this with the phone lines, connecting to the video, through Zoom and out, and then I have another layer on top of that. I have the OBS studio, which lets me do all my fancy graphics and everything, and all of that, feeding through Zoom into YouTube. And but the Zoom is still there. I mean, it's only used by me and Mary. But what do you think about that? I see Ellie the Moonchild's in there. What do you think about that, Ellie? Letting the members of the guild join us via the Zoom, and that way we could pop you guys up like your video and audio and everything. I don't know. It's just a thought, something I'm thinking about. It's another way to do the show also, with not having to simulcast. It's actually relatively complicated doing this simulcast, right? And so I was thinking, well, what we could do is just open up the Zoom to everybody and bring guests, callers that would call into the radio show, just bring them up with video or just audio. And then after the show, it's all recorded, upload that to Blog Talk as a pre-recorded show. And then it would be a podcast. Who else is popping in there? We got Michelle. We got Ellie. We got Laura. We've got Soul. Everybody else that's listening or watching on YouTube, jump in the chat with me and say hi. Say hi. So if you're new to tarot today, this is the show where we, hang out and you can ask anything you want about tarot and the guild. When we started the guild, we were going to do a newsletter, and then we were told, no, do a radio show. And so this is actually our audio and now audio visual newsletter, really. Yeah, we can tell you what's happening at the Tarot Guild and hang out with all of our members, and they can ask questions. And of course, everybody else, the general public, can come in. But that's how it started. Way back in, when we decided to go online, it was 2009, and we started building the website, and we officially launched January 20th, 2010. So it's been 13 years. And so that's how it started. It was just supposed to be our newsletter for the guild, and and evolved into a radio show, radio network, now YouTube. It's just amazing what's happened over the last 13 years. But for those of you that are new, if you have questions about tarot in general, numerology, the Tarot Guild, maybe you have a question about professional tarot reader certification, we do that at the guild. Maybe you're thinking of going pro, becoming a member. If you have a question about membership in the guild, or anything else that we covered. So yeah, tarot, numerology, but I also do NLP, Reiki, hypnosis, life coaching. Pretty much have it all covered. And when Mary's here, crystals. But don't ask the crystal questions right now because Mary's not here. Mary will be back next week. Okay, what else? You can also call in, or in the chat, just pop in that you'd like me to pull a card for you, a general message maybe from the universe. And if you have a specific question, type it in the chat what the specific question is, if you'd like a mini reading. Otherwise, like I said, call in 714-816-4628. That's 714-816-4628. As soon as you get through, press 1 on your dial pad. That raises your skinny little alien hand on the switchboard. So I know you want to be live on air with me. And we're going to be going to the phone lines first. Yep. We always give priority to phone lines. But pop those questions in now. Oh, got something else really cool for you guys today. Okay, everybody in the chat, let me know. Who is on Threads? Who is on the new Threads app? The twiddle. That's what they should have called it. They should, instead of Threads, they should have called it Twiddle. So you got Twitter and Twiddle. No, the Twitter rival Threads. And let's see, what was that? Soul saying, may I ask what my friend, it looks like Brian, will think after tonight's talk. Okay, yes, absolutely. We'll get to that. Ellie just got it. Yeah, I saw you follow me, Ellie. And, so I thought for fun, at the end of the month, the last Saturday of the month, we do what we call the psychic spin segment. So if you're new here to the show, what we do is we do our mini readings and everything about people's personal lives and personal questions and stuff like that. But in the psychic spin, you have the talking heads on TV and radio, and they're giving their spin on the news, things going on, the general consciousness of the public or current events or so forth like that. Well, we can put a psychic spin on that spin because we can pull tarot cards. So at the end of the month, and you guys can participate, you can let us know what big questions you want us to ask about. What is on everybody's mind, anything huge in the news, or just really big questions like, how does the universe work? Are there aliens? Are robots taking over the world? Is AI going to kill and crush us? Anything at all, but the big question. So let us know. You can always contact Mary and I in between shows. Just go over to the page for the show, tarottoday.live, www.tarottoday.live. No, not .com, tarottoday.live. It's an actual URL. It'll take you right to the page, and there's buttons there. You can message me and Mary. Let us know what you'd like in the psychic spin. So that's the last Saturday of the month, every month. But I thought, hey, let's do a mini psychic spin on this new app. What's the future of this app? I figured instead of waiting until the end of the month, let's strike while the iron is hot, and let's pull cards. And this is, by the way, all of my members of the guild, like Ellie in there and Michelle and so forth. I don't know who all on here is actually members besides those two. Anyway, pull out your tarot deck for me. So Ellie, grab your tarot deck, Michelle, and I want you to do it along with me when I pull cards on Threads, the Threads app, and also if you have, I'm just going to ask, what's the future of this, and pull a few cards. Ask me if you guys have different questions, like what would you ask about this new app, or Twitter, or what's going to happen at Twitter, and I don't know. And you guys in the chat and on the phone lines too, if you want to do this on the phone lines when I get to you on the switchboard, if you want to participate, do that as well. Pull cards along with me, or if you have your own question, pop that in the chat, let me know what it is, and then let me know what you get. And we'll do that in a few minutes. Before I get there, we're going to go to phone lines. But real quick, before we go to the phone lines, I want to do the numerology and tarot of the day. That's right. So going to pop over here. And today's the 8th. So that is the abundance number in numerology. And I got the 3 of Wands. Also, the entire date reduces to 4, but before that final reduction, in numerology, reduction is when you take a large number and you start adding the individual numbers together until you get to a single digit. It comes out to 22 before you get down to 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. So that's the master builder number. So that's what it's about today, about building abundance. And so what's with this 3 card? Well, 3 is creativity and communication. And here's the merchant up on top of the hill. He's leaning on one of his 3 wands there. Remember, wands is that fire energy, following your passions. He's looking out. He's waiting for his ships to come back. He has sent his ships out, perhaps to get goods and bring them back to market, or perhaps he's sold goods and he's sent them out, or he's sending them out and waiting for the money to come back. Either direction, something along those lines. And that's what we're meant to think of when we look at this. There's a lot going on in this card. First of all, the ships have not come back yet. But there's all this orange. Well, it's yellow, a little bit of orange, but mostly yellow. Yellow is the color of optimism. Now, notice his cloak here is red. So he's got all this red. Red is, goes perfect with the wands, with the fire sign, because red is the color of fire and passion. And the little swath of green over here is abundance. Yep. Now, some things that people miss is the growths on towards the top of the staves, the wands. These are really staves. And so that's showing the new growth. Okay. And then his sleeve, his arm that's holding the staff, he's leaning on there, and it's blue. Blue's that, cool color, temperature wise, and it's calming. It's that calming energy, blue. And so as he thinks about this, although he's following his passion and has that passionate energy, he is very, cool and calm and collected and analytical, using his mind. He's not too overswayed by the emotion of it all. He's keeping a cool mind. And by the way, if you look really, really close, and I know it's tiny in this, but get your card out of the Three of Wands. I'm sure you all have a Waite Smith deck somewhere, and you'll notice the blue sleeve, and then the wrap around his head there, that little swath, it's blue too. There's a little, hints of white like there are on the arm as well, but it's blue. And that's showing how his thoughts are cool and collected as he looks at this. So, whatever you're thinking about, the message here in the numerology and the tarot today is to keep that cool mind as you're looking at especially career and business, and sending your ships out, so to speak, and waiting for them to come back. And it's all about master number 22. 4 is structure and foundations. 22 is about building those structures and foundations, and keeping a cool mind as you're doing that. And that all leads to the abundance. So there you go, the numerology of the day and the card of the day. There we go. Okay, so before we get into our mini psychic spin on the Threads app, going to head over to the phone lines here. Looks like area code 630 has been waiting the longest. Are you there, 630?
Hi, yes, I am.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Hello.
What's your name, hon?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, good.
My name is Jenna.
Jenna? Where are you calling from, Jenna?
Chicago.
Chicago. Oh my God, is it blazing hot up there? You guys get the humidity. I'm down in the dry heat.
Yep. It's cooled off the last couple of days, but it's been pretty hot. I think the fourth was pretty warm.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think they should really do the fireworks here in Tucson. I thought the entire town would, burn down. It's 111 degrees. But yeah, I'm waiting for a little bit of cool to come in, but they tell me it's going to be weeks. I may just stay in the air conditioning till October. Oh man. Oh my God. Yeah, it's terrible down here, but that's why we have AC. So what do you want to chat about?
And like you said, dry heat is better than humidity. That's for sure. That's like an extra blanket on top of the heat.
It's true. It's true. What would you like to chat about? Do you have a question? Or
yes. So I was kind of multifaceted, just kind of see what comes through. But in the area of like relationship and family.
Mm-hmm. Are you in a relationship or you want to be?
Just very much in one.
In one. Okay. Yeah, I couldn't hear you. Okay. We can take a look at that. Oh, that's interesting. The card of the day came up in your spread. Oh, wow. Very interesting here. Oh, so Four of Cups. Something's going on. Somebody is not 100% like happy with their options right now. Is either you or your partner like not super thrilled?
Maybe both of us. Maybe me.
Oh, the truth comes out. The truth comes out. Yes. Yes. Well, that card shows up with the Five of Cups, literally, can't even talk. Literally, the crying over spilt milk card. So, who's the whiner in the family? I'm just wondering.
I don't know. Maybe me.
Things are not all bad. The Six of Swords shows up, which is six is success in numerology. And this is a card of slow progress and moving away from the choppy waters in the actual image. And I'm pointing at it and everything. And of course, you're not seeing this because you are on radio calling in. But for all of our folks on YouTube that are watching live and in archive, of course, there's like this rough water over here and then calm seas over here. And the goal is for these folks, it's on the other side of the shore is where they're headed. And the boat is moving away from the rough, choppy water to the smoother water there. And it isn't going fast because, I mean, he's an oarsman. He's got literally a pole to push this thing, not even oars or a motor. So yeah, it's going slow. But it is success. It is going in the right direction. You are moving away from anything that's been choppy. Two things with these cards, and it's really interesting how the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups have such similar messages to them, because in the Four of Cups, the person is not happy about the options in front of them, but a fourth cup is coming out of the clouds, like a hand's coming out of the clouds with this fourth cup that they're not even aware of yet. There's additional options that they're not aware of, and then the same, or not the same, but kind of similar thing happening with the Five of Cups. Literally the crying over spilt milk card. The person has his or her head bent down, they're not happy. There's three cups in front of them that have fallen over and spilt their contents. But if they would just turn around, right behind them are two upright cups that are filled to the brim. So that's the message that's coming through. And then finally, the Three of Wands. Three is creativity and communication. So it's all about, let's work on the communication with you guys and get a little creative here. Okay. So as I said, when I was talking about the card of the day, this is the merchant. This is the person, sending out the ships, waiting for them to come back laden down with all the goods and stuff like that, and, and they're taking a chance. They're taking a chance because the ships could not make it back, and hit a hurricane and sink or something, So I think, but the big takeaway is, remember, I talked about all the yellow in the card, and that's optimism. So this is a card about, taking the chance, staying optimistic, and really working on the communication with your partner and using your creativity in your relationship and your family in general. So I don't know if that helps you out. Did anything, strike a chord, Jenna? Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, it absolutely did. If it's possible, I just kind of have a somewhat related question
Sure.
to our relationship, is like, if there is the possibility for another, if like we stay the course. Like if there's a possibility for another
what? So you've already had
child.
children?
We've one.
One? And you're wondering if
Yes.
the possibility.
Or I guess like, will we, won't we?
Will we, won't we? Yeah. Well, I don't like to predict things like that. And I mean, I do a lot of predictions for fun on these shows, but in general, when I'm like actually with clients for an hour or 40 minutes or something, I don't do predictions. What I really do is a lot of life coaching, and we're just using the cards to connect with the subconscious. Now on these shows, doing the quick 2-minute readings, we get a little predicty with things, but as I pull the cards, I'm not seeing a prediction here as I look in these cards. First of all, two of them, but it is a definite yes. So let me tell you why. So two of them are court cards. We got the Queen of Cups, and this is a card of nurturing, and all the queens are really, and I just, as soon as I saw that right away, I was like, and then right next to it coming up was this, Page of Cups. And I don't know, this may be talking about your partner, and this person may be, well, if they're not chronologically younger than you, maybe have a youthful outlook on things. I mean, I think they either consciously or subconsciously secretly want to do that, and then often the Page of Cups or any of the pages really, and sometimes the Knights are messages coming in. So as soon as I pulled the Queen of Cups and then pulled this card, I was like, oh, there's like a message about this going to come in, and I don't know what that is exactly, but be on the lookout for that. And then the Temperance card. And the Temperance card is like the card of alchemy and literally mixing opposites together to create a new thing. It's literally the chemical version of, forming a new thing, giving birth to a new thing. I don't think, I mean, there are cards that are more typically associated with pregnancy and the potential for children, and cards that actually physically have children on them and things like that. But these are especially the Temperance and the Queen of Hearts are like, really close to that. And let's see, and Temperance is card 14, and that reduces to 5. Okay. And so I'm thinking it could be anywhere, the ball could get rolling on this as fast as you want it to happen. But if I had to do a prediction, it would be, taking the 5, I'm getting 5 weeks to 5 months, somewhere in that time frame, that things could start rolling along on that. I really think it's a very definite possibility. But the first part of what was coming through, I think you should really focus on that, before any more children. It's like, you got to get more, get creative with your relationship, maybe, rekindle sparks, get things like that going. But, it's just about getting away from the, crying over spilt milk and, oh, I don't like how things are. It's like there are all these other opportunities, and you can rectify all that, and just mainly the communication, work on that, and then have the next kid. I hope that helped you out.
Thank you. It does. Thank you.
Thanks for the call, Jenna. That was fun. Great first call there. Opens another line at 714-816-4628. The chat room's going nuts in there. Hey, if you're just joining us in chat, if you got a deck of cards, especially if you're one of our members or such, pull out your deck of cards and join me in a little bit here when we're going to do a mini psychic spin and look at this new Threads app. And if you have a different question than mine, I mean, I'm just going to ask, what's the future of this app and see what comes up. But if you have a different question that you would ask in regards to that, and let me know what card you get and what you pull. And oh, by the way, Laura is a member of the guild. She's going to kill me. I'm sorry, I can't remember. And your picture is so tiny on the chat here that I cannot even make it out. So I didn't know. And Soul's like, am I still on the list? Yes, Soul. Yeah, yes. When I get to the questions in chat after the phone lines, in a couple of minutes, we'll be getting to you. Have some patience there. You're like first on the list. We just haven't gotten back over to chat yet, folks. I'm doing the phone lines right now. Okay. So let's see. Who's been waiting the longest? It looks like 703, area code 703. Caller, are you there? What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, it's Andrea. I'm calling from Virginia.
Andrea from Virginia. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. And you guys?
Pretty good. Yeah, Mary's not here this week, but she'll be back next week. And how's the weather in Virginia? What's going on out there on the East Coast?
Hot and sticky.
Hot and sticky, yeah. I lived for the first 18 years in Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania. I grew up there, and the humidity, 90% humidities and 80-degree temperatures and stuff. I moved out here. Well, I got stationed out here in the military on the West Coast, the left coast here. And I've never left. I will not go to the other coast again because I remember the 90% humidities, and, I like the dry heat out here.
It's so hot.
So what's on your mind? Why'd you call in, Andrea? Is it Andrea or Andrea?
Well, I talked to Andrea. Neither one. It's Andrea. But it's okay.
Andrea. Okay.
Andrea. Yes. So I called you a while ago about getting a new job. So I had 2 second interviews this week. So do you think, I'll get offers from both or either one or whatever you pick up?
Oh, okay. We'll take a look at that. Doing a little shufflating. Give me just a second. So I don't need to know anything except for you went on 2 interviews. So I'm gonna say I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Two second interviews. They were both second interview.
Okay, but with the same company or different company?
No, two different jobs.
That's exactly what I was getting. Yes, that's what I was getting at. So to make this work, what I'm doing is I'm going to say company 1, company 2, and you set in your mind what is company 1, what is company 2. I don't need to know that. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And then we're just going to see what comes up. Overall, I'm getting the 8 of Swords. Okay. And so if you're feeling, and swords are thoughts and ideas, especially when I get these higher swords. By the way, it's 8. 8 is actually abundance. It's actually an abundant card. And it's all about getting away from, finding your path out through these swords. She's blindfolded in the card and is surrounded by swords. So being surrounded by thoughts and ideas. Okay. So that was the heart of the matter card that came out. And I just wanted to mention that real quick, because I get the feeling that you're overthinking somehow. And that, have you ever heard the term or the saying, let it go and let God, something like that? I don't think you've let go.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting here with this card here.
Well, the second interview was really interesting because it was supposed to be an hour Zoom. It lasted 15 minutes, and I was like, I didn't really go very well. They called 10 minutes later for a second in-person interview. So that's what you say about overthinking. I was like, okay. See?
Exactly. Okay, so I'm going to pull some cards. The first card I'm getting for, and this is for company 1, is the Hanged Man. Okay, so there's a delay there. For company 2, I got the 8 of Wands. There's that 8 again. Remember the 8 of Swords I said is eights are abundance. Okay, well, the 8 of Wands, it's that abundance number from numerology, which, by the way, is the numerology of the day today. I love synchronicities, don't you? And what's happening in the 8 of Wands card is things are happening quickly. And it also can talk about telecommunications, sometimes like anything happening quickly. So the internet, any communications like email, things like that. I think you're going to get a message from company 2 pretty quickly. Now, let me look at it. I'm just going to pull some more cards, see what comes up here. Okay. Now on that company 2, is there a lot of competition? Because I'm getting the 5 of Wands talking about competition.
I don't know. I don't know how many people they actually interview other than me. So I don't.
Right. So I just want to throw that out there that there might be a lot of competition. Now, on the company 1, I'm getting the 3 of Swords. Okay. So that's that, anguish card. It's yeah. It's raining outside in that card, and you got 3 swords piercing the heart. Now it's swords. So again, the thoughts and ideas, it's not a cups card. It's not an emotions card, but that is generally what is thought of, because the heart is pierced by the 3 swords, and it's all about those emotions, but really when this card comes up, it means that it's gone by what originally was happening. And at this point, it's just thinking about it. It's just thoughts at this point. And it's just, about putting that into long-term memory. And I say this not for your reading. I'm actually giving this information only for most of the people watching this are tarot readers. And so I like to give little hints and stuff like that, but for you, this coming up is not a good sign for company 1. And so far, everything that's been coming up has been really great for company 2. And even, something coming through quick. Yes, there's competition.
It's funny you say that. I flipped a penny, and I had heads and tails, company 1, company 2, and I flipped it twice, and company 2 came up twice.
Yes. And
there you go.
You already know. So see, this is why I always tell people tarot is 90% confirmation and 10% new information. It's most people asking questions have already have intuition and gut instincts about the answer. They already know. They just want a little bit of confirmation.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah. True that. Yeah.
Thanks, Andrea.
Well,
thanks for the call.
I'll let you know which one.
Call back in.
A couple weeks when I let you know which one comes through.
If you hear anything next week or the week after, Mary will be back. Call back in, and we'd love to hear.
Okay.
Just remind me.
Definitely keep
I'll be like, what? Because we do so many readings. It's like, oh yeah,
I know. Remember? Yeah. Yes. All right. I will definitely do that. Thanks, you.
Andrea. All righty. So that opens another line on the phone lines. Psychic Talk Radio, 714-816-4628. Call in. There's still time to talk to me live on air, but I'm also going to check the chat room and take some questions from the chat room. And we're also going to do that mini psychic spin. Does everybody have their tarot cards warmed up? Ellie, Michelle, Laura, Rose, anybody that's got, Soul, anybody that's got tarot cards, get them warmed up for that segment. Help me out here. And we got a question from Michelle about, is it the time to get my business going? Okay, we're going to look at that. Michelle, I'm going to tell you though, in just a second here, I'm going to actually talk about, you should totally book a reading, book a session with me. And, that's what I kind of specialize in, helping people with their tarot business, or, any spiritual entrepreneur, spiritually related type of, or helping people in general, hypnotherapy, Reiki, it doesn't have to be psychic, but especially tarot readers, helping them with their business. And I've been getting a lot of that lately, since my readings have been on sale. And so I'm going to take a break here for a second, folks, and just talk about some stuff coming up. First of all, I want to mention our 4th of July flash sale. It was going to be just 24 hours, but had a bunch of people sign up, including new members, but also people that have been members, paying premium members of the Guild for years and got the lifetime membership because it's such a great deal. So I decided to extend it through this weekend. So this is good through Sunday at midnight, I'm going to say. Somewhere around Sunday, and depending on whether I remember to take it down or not. I mean, you might wake up Monday morning, the page might still be active and you might be able to, or not the page necessarily, but the promo code might still be active and you might be able to get in there and get this, but I would say get it now while you're thinking about it, because our lifetime membership, it includes your professional certification, membership for life. I mean, we have our annual membership and you pay monthly, but annually, but monthly is like $1 a month. It's like $12. It's not that expensive, but it's an annual fee every year. This way, this is what I want to go to. I want people to be paid up for life and not have to worry about it, and it's $197. It's actually a huge steal because, if you were paying $12 a year, $1 a month over say 30, 40 years, it's going to be $400 or $500 right there. Plus my course, you get a discount with the annual membership, $100 off. So it's $197 instead of $297. But with the lifetime membership, you get it free, $297 free. Certification is a 2 payments of $67 or 1 payment of $124, I think it is, for premium members that are paying annually. But as a lifetime member, you get it free. Also, instead of paying $124 or 2 payments of $67, for higher levels of certification at the Guild, it's half price. It's $67. Yeah. And all of the benefits of membership and everything is included, plus some things you don't get with premium membership, such as we promote you, and basically you are able to get in on interviews and be guests on this show, and also pre-recorded interviews. We do promotions, you and your business and so forth. Lots of great opportunities to teach workshops to our members and, get your name out there and such. So this is our lifetime membership, regularly $197 right now, for July 4th, 7/4. Yep. It's just $74. That's it. Oh my God. What a steal, folks. And you just put in freedom, all caps. You go over to the lifetime membership group on thetarotguild.com, and it'll pop up, ask you to subscribe, click subscribe. On the payment screen, look for the box next to promo code, type in all caps freedom, and hit the green check button. And that will apply the discount from $197 down to $74 this weekend only through Sunday. Now, you don't have to remember everything I just said. Just go over to thetarotguild.com and you'll see this banner, 4th of July flash sale, extended this week only, lifetime membership. You'll see this banner on the main page at thetarotguild.com on the homepage. Just click on that. It'll take you over. It'll give you the promo code again, in case you forget it, freedom, and how to do it, and a link to the lifetime membership group to go and get your membership. So do that now, folks, if you haven't already, and join the lifetime membership. I also want to mention that Sharona's been off for a little bit. had some things going on, some personal things, and taking care of that. And she had to cancel a few shows, but she says she's going to be back Sunday the 23rd. And we are going to have Pamela Steele on. So her guest will be Pamela. Pamela is a staff member at the Tarot Guild. She is an advisor at large. She is a certified tarot master, a author and deck creator. In fact, I think Sharona said that she's going to be discussing with Pamela about her Eternal Seeker Oracle deck that came out. I don't know if it was late last year or early this year it came out, but they're going to be talking about that. And of course, lots of fun tarot stuff and everything. And that's going to be July 23rd. Of course, radio only. It's going to be on Psychic Talk Radio. The way you catch it is you go over to thetarotguild.com, and on our website, click chat. Go to the chat room. It's thetarotguild.com/chat. And we always have a player installed. And so you can get in the chat room right there on the Tarot Guild website, and everybody can get in there. You don't have to be a member. You can just pop in there, and you can listen to the show on the player and chat with us in the chat room. That's Sunday, July 23rd. Just wanted to let everybody know about that. Oh, and Michelle and everybody else out there. Remember, Michelle, I mentioned about, you asking about your business. And I said, you need to book a session with me. Here it is. Summer savings. Yes, that's because this is rare, folks. My readings are half price, $99.99. Yeah, you're going to save $50. It's $49.99 right now. And this is the long reading, not the short reading. We do have a special $44 that's just for the viewers of our YouTube channel and our listeners. But that is the one, if you go to my page, dax.thetarotguild.com, and the shorter, like 15-20 minute reading, that's $67. That's what you get for the $44. Okay. So this is the long reading, the $99.99 one, that you also get your full numerology chart. And typically it's 30 minutes, 40 minutes or so. I don't really put a big timer on it, but it's the longer of the two readings, and it's half price, just $49.99. And if you want to ask questions about your tarot business, get some coaching, I'll obviously look at your numerology, how it relates to your tarot business. We'll pull cards, we'll ask questions, pull cards. And so, if you're looking at, getting some coaching, working on your tarot business, or, any spiritual entrepreneur business that you're doing, any business where you're helping people, hypnotherapy, maybe you're a hypnotist, maybe you're a life coach, maybe you're a Reiki practitioner, astrologer, you name it, book a session with me and it'll be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. Also, your personal questions are obviously completely welcome as well. Love, career, relationships, life purpose, those kind of things. Maybe you're not starting it or trying to grow your tarot business. You just have a, relationship question or something like that. Or maybe you're in a different career, or you're a little stuck on your life purpose. Book a session with me. Just go over to thetarotguild.com. And if you see the summer savings banner, click on that. Or if you see the, the flash sale banner, click on that. Yeah, both of them have my readings right there. It has a book button. Just click the book now button and you can book a session with me already. So that's what's going on. And I did want to mention, of course, you could buy Mary and I a cup of coffee. Yep, it's our tip jar. You'll find it over at www.tarottoday.live. Of course, you can always just pop in coffee.tarottoday.live, and you can put in any amount. Send us $10, send us $20, $15, and Mary and I split it, and we love our Java. That's right. Also at tarottoday.live, you can message us between shows. You can book private sessions and our tag team readings. yes, normally when Mary's here, we're doing this tag team when we're doing readings with folks, and we can only spend a couple minutes with you here. But if you love these types of readings, we can do a 30-minute reading with you and pull out the numerology and everything else for just $99.99. And you get Mary and I, 2 readers for the price of 1. There you go. Okay. So back to see what's going on in the chat room. I know Soul had the first question. Let's see if anybody's, oh, we do have people calling in already. We got more callers. Let's see. I'm trying to find, oh my God. Sorry, Soul. I know your question's in here somewhere. I'm just trying to find it. Does anybody see it? I can't. Oh my God, it's way down here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. It was Brian. Oh yeah. May I ask what my friend Brian will think after tonight's talk? Ooh, that sounds ominous. You're having a talk. Okay. Well, we'll see what pops up here. Yeah. Do a little. Get the cards here. All righty. Oh, it does look like this may be major because we're getting the Judgment card. I call that the cosmic wake-up call. And the 2 of Pentacles. He thinks there's going to be a balancing act about whatever this is about, that going to have to be to make it work, apparently. Let's see if I can get some clarification on that. The Fool card, take the leap. Yes. I think, after the communication, now this leap, when the Fool card comes up, is something new, not something old. Okay. So a new direction you guys are going in, or something, I don't know the particulars. I'm not psychic that way. Okay. I'm just telling you what the cards say, and yeah, this is definitely saying you guys are going to take the leap, whatever that is. So there you go. I'm going to try to see who was after. And yes, we're still going to do the psychic spin. Does everybody have their tarot cards warmed up? Soul says it's a confusing app. Yeah, that was my first thought. And I know what they're trying to do and why they called it threads. It makes sense, because like on Twitter, some of the tweets would get into threads and they're trying to accentuate on the thread part. Makes sense. But I don't know. I was a little confused, but I was amazed how quickly a lot of you guys that, we follow each other on Twitter and on or Instagram, that you guys reconnected with me right away on threads. And I hope it takes off. I do. I hope it, does well, but I don't know. But we'll talk about that in just a minute. I wanted to see who had a question. I know it was SR66. Does Gabe have lustful feelings towards you? Okay, we're gonna. Ooh, I need a sip of cup of coffee on that. The lustful feelings. Yeah, no, not so much. This is really weird. I mean, I'm not getting any yes cards. I usually do 5 cards. I stopped at 3 because it was going no. I'm like, okay, look, the 5 of Pentacles, feeling out in the cold. I don't know if this is like you or him, but as you were asking about what he is thinking, and I'm trying not to do psychic peeping Tom, but this is either consciously or maybe subconsciously, this is how he feels, and then the Moon card shows up. There's things going on in the background. There's, hidden things. Things are not all out in the bright, sunny light. The moon casts shadows and things are not crystal clear, And then the King of Pentacles shows up. I mean, that doesn't say yes to me about him being lustful. I mean, maybe, there's some grapes there. There's a lot of grapes on him, so that could be a hint toward maybe, but he's showing up as the King of Pentacles. And yeah, he's in charge of, his finances. He's business minded kind of person. I feel like and look, he's staring down at his pentacle that's on his one knee there, his thigh. I think he's focused on that and not so much the lustful. Does that mean he wouldn't be? Does that mean it won't happen? No. What I'm saying is that you have to be the instigator then. That's the feeling I'm getting from the cards. I'm not getting like boom, boom, yes, 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 and there are certain cards that kind of, hint towards certain things, but yeah, we won't go there, but family show. But, I'm not getting those cards. I'm getting these cards. So take it, for what it's worth, SR66. And let's take a look here. I'm looking down. I sorry about everybody jumping in the chat and you're like way down here putting messages in. I'm going through the messages and it just takes a while here, Okay. Oh, wow. I'm already down to Michelle's already. And she asked about, is it the time to get my business going? Michelle, are you still there? Oh, Michelle said she says, I will definitely book that reading. Thank you, Michelle. That is awesome. You're going to love this because you're a tarot reader, So I was going to do the 5 card. Yes, no spread. Didn't even need to pull 5 cards. Yes, yes, yes. So this is what I got. The 10 of Pentacles. I mean, as far as financially, I mean, you can't get a better card, really. I mean, this is really hinting towards getting your business going now. And, maybe it's not just what you're doing in the beginning, but what also you could expand into, and it becomes a legacy. This is a card of legacy. The other thing is my favorite card. Shows up again, Temperance. Yeah. Card 14. So, that's that 5 energy. You got a lot of energy with this. And it's, making something out of things that not necessarily would be able to go together. There's a lot more to the Temperance card. And, on one of these shows or a workshop, I would love to just delve deeply into the Temperance card. But this card is all about, see, the angel, coming up to this narrow path. This is the Temprian path. Temprian means the middle path between 2 extremes. And it's this fine balance between the two. You're not going to either extreme, and you follow the Temprian path to the summit. And at the summit is where the sun would be, is actually a crown, because it's the crowning achievement. But anyway, that is the goal. Okay, so this is the path to the goal. So it's literally talking about, starting your business now and how that is you're getting on the path to your goal. Notice that the angel, first of all, he's got the wings, the crimson wings, the passion, the white purity, in the gown, and the one symbol of life. It's also the tarot symbol, is the square with the triangle in the center. The triangle, think of the 21 major arcana cards, not counting the Fool, which would be in the center, and 7 cards on a side. And then the square is representative of, square is a representative of foundation and manifested. So the 4 the 4 suits, the 4 elements. So imagine 14 cards from each of the 4 suits around each side of the square. I mean, literally, you're getting, the tarot deck. Okay. And he's got 1 foot on dry land in the what we perceive as the real universe. He's got 1 foot in the manifested realm and 1 foot in the spiritual realm. And this is representing the human condition, even though it's an angel. And angelic beings don't have this faculty that we do. They don't have physical bodies. Okay. It's only because we're spirit inhabiting physicality that we are able to stride between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. And that gives us the power of manifestation. And I'll go more deeply into that when I do a workshop on this, and also, do the cross of manifestation and things like that, and we'll get into temperance card. Maybe, if Mary's not with me on one of the shows, or if I do a show during the week or something, some impromptu live, I'll get deep into the temperance card. But here's the main card in the center for you, Michelle. The Magician. That's right. You make it happen. You make it happen. That's right. So this is definitely telling you, all these cards are definitely telling you, yeah, go for it, Michelle. Go for it. Okay, give me 1 second here. Sorry about that, folks. I had to open up the vent for the AC and I'm back. Remember we were talking about being hot? Yeah, it's starting to get really hot in here. It's probably 100 something out there. Anyway, had to open the vent, get some AC coming in here. And let's take a look real quick before we do any more questions. And yes, it's the top of the hour. This is normally when we end the show. We only do an hour show, folks, just so you know. You may see on the Blog Talk, where it'll count down like 90 minutes or 120 minutes, but we actually only do 60 minutes. That's a buffer that we put in case we do go over. However, on today's show, guess what? That's right. We're going over. We are going over because there's a lot more questions, a lot more callers, and we still have to do the psychic spin that I promised you all. But you know what? That's right. We're going to pop the cork. Yes, because we're going to be here a little longer. Hear the applause. Woo-hoo. Okay, so does everybody got their tarot deck? Are you ready? And I didn't see anything about Michelle, Ellie, Soul, Laura, all my members in there. And God, we're missing a bunch of members, a bunch of people that normally are here in the chat, but maybe because we've been off air for a few weeks and only just coming back. Oh, Rose, you had asked, could I be added to the list? There is no list, Rose. So if you want me to just pull a card for you, general, just type in the chat, please pull a card for me. If you have a very specific question, will my Aunt Sally, blah, 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 will my plant bloom? I don't know what. If you have a very specific question, pop it in the chat. You don't have to get on any list or anything like that. But and Sager's in there. Hi, Sager. Let me know if you guys have questions. But I want to find out from my members if you guys are ready and if you have any questions in regards to the Threads app and doing the psychic spins, because that's what we're going to do now. We're going to do the psychic spin, and we're going to shuffle some cards here. So as I said in the beginning of the show, if you're new, the psychic spin, we do it the last Saturday of the month. This is a special mini one that I'm doing by myself because Mary is still on break. She'll be back next week. But I thought now, strike while the iron is hot. The new app Threads just came out, from Meta. It's Facebook, Instagram. Meta. And, hey, what's going to happen with this app? I thought it'd be great for a psychic spin. So, these are the questions that we ask the last Saturday of the month, our normal psychic spin segment. We ask the big questions, and you can get in on this. Go over to tarottoday.live and you can click message Dax, message Mary. Let us know what you'd like us to ask the tarot about. And remember, this is not like the mini readings we do here on the show, or even a booked private reading that we do, where we talk, about your personal life, personal questions, things like that. This is what's of interest to everyone. So we're talking kind of things like something that's in the zeitgeist, something that is of interest to everyone. It's something that happened over the last week that is current events that everybody's thinking about. Or it's some of the big questions like, is the divine real? Does the law of attraction work, and how? Are aliens going to take over the world, or robots? Or are there aliens? Or, how does the universe work? Is the law of attraction real? Really, really big questions. Okay. So let us know between now and the last Saturday in July, which, if I look on my calendar here, is the 29th. And I know Mary will be back definitely for that. So let us know. Meanwhile, we're going to do this mini one. And I'm going to pull some cards here. Oh, that's interesting. I got a card that, it how cards sometimes fly out of the deck. It didn't quite fly out, but it kind of like did this jump thing. I can't really explain it, but yeah, we'll get to this one because that's very interesting. Okay, so we're going to pull the cards here. See what we're getting here. And let's see. Okay, Laura's got something. What action do you recommend I take to manifest my ideal romantic partner soon? Awesome. Okay, so we'll do that one after this. And we'll get to some phone calls too. If you're still hanging on the phone lines, don't worry, we will get to you, at least a few of you anyway. And remember, if I can't get to you today, you can always book a private session. Go over to tarottoday.live or go over to the tarotguild.com. Click on any of our sale banners on there, and you'll see where you can, book my readings for half price. And we'll be back next Saturday too. Yep. And same bat time, same bat channel, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. London. So write down the phone number, 714-81. Gosh, I am just belching a lot. I'm sorry about that. I don't know if it's overdoing the coffee or what, but dying here. 714-816-4628. Write that down, and you can call in any Saturday. And then I'm going to start doing some impromptu ones, but we're definitely here every Saturday. There you go. So if we don't get to you today, all righty. So guys, let me know what you're getting on this. Ellie, are you still there? Michelle, are you still there? Everybody, let me know what you're getting on the psychic spin here. Okay. Taking a look. Okay, so the heart of the matter, when I was getting the heart of the matter card was when that other card popped out. But here's the heart of the matter. The 8 of Pentacles. There's that 8 again, abundance. But there's a lot of work. Okay, so whether it's Meta itself, and I totally agree with this, it needs a lot of work. I'm sorry. It does not have the functionality that Twitter does. I don't like the way it's laid out. Also, you can only do it on your phone. I do almost nothing on my phone. I know. I am, the, what do they call that? The exception to the rule. Like everybody, well, not everybody, but like 60-70% of people now do everything on their phone. and they do an app, I don't like the tiny little, and and you don't have the full operation of everything. I like it on my laptop here where it's the full thing and everything is there, and I can, just quickly get things done. I can make something in Photoshop and throw it in there. I can cut and paste, boom, boom, boom. Can't do that on a phone, folks, unless you're sitting there figuring out, and then I'd have to learn how to do all these other apps and how to make something, an image in an image app on my phone. No, that's too much work. No, I'm going to use my computer. And so until Meta, and I did read that they are doing this. I mean, they will eventually have a page for it. Like you can go to twitter.com and your Twitter comes up. You can go to instagram.com and Instagram comes up. LinkedIn, I want to be able to, type in whatever they're going to call it, threadsapp.com or threads.com. It can't be threads.com because that's the interesting thing. There already is a Threads. I think they should have name checked before they did this, right? Work. They need to do some work, folks. They need to get the desktop version going for me to be happy. Yeah, I'm still using it. I made some posts. I'm going to try to use the bloody thing, but it is not Twitter, folks. I've been on Twitter since 2009 and I have, 13,000 followers. I'm just going to go boom, 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 and Instagram, and stuff. And folks, it is Instagram. Did you notice, when you signed up or you went on your Instagram, it told you to sign up on Threads, and you go on Threads, it says, do you want to import, and sign up via your Instagram? And it takes all your Instagram, your profile picture, your profile, your bio, your links, everything, moves it over to Threads. It's just a text version, and it's really good because, some people that I saw on Threads were talking about, and actually on Threads, we're talking about how, they like text better than pictures. And it's interesting though, because I'm putting pictures, and I'm putting banners and along with text, and like I always do on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever I'm at. But some people, they want to do text and they want to create threads and have conversations. I don't know if it's actually going to go there. I got to tell you, I pulled these cards and, as a tarot reader, what I was thinking in my head is not what came up in these cards. And I was thinking a lot more, cards that talk about, what I mean? It's a social media app, people coming together and having conversations and, groups of people hanging out together. Even the 5 of Wands would have been okay to me. Something, but none of these cards are talking about that. They're not talking about creating community. And that's what it should be, because we're talking about creating conversations that are threaded. And that's why I guess that's why they call it threads. If you know something different, tell me in here. And Ellie's got a question that she did. I'm going to look at that in a second, but let me tell you what I got. So the Knight of Wands, hey, yeah, this is a good idea. And, it's, I don't know if this, with wands, following your passions, striking out, I don't know if it's talking about for the company itself, for Meta, or the individual users. That's kind of more of what I'm getting. I actually was a little giddy when I first got on there. In fact, I got on there the day before it actually launched. And because I have not started a new social app in years. And like the last one was Instagram. I really don't even count Instagram because I haven't even gone full bore with that. I post some stuff, but I don't use it like you're supposed to. But I've been on Twitter since 2009 and Facebook, and LinkedIn and Instagram was later. I felt a little energized getting in on the ground floor of a new app. I totally missed the TikTok thing. I think I am on TikTok, but I don't actually, because I haven't had time to figure out how to use it properly. That, I need a course. Anybody have a course? Put a link in the, in the chat there. Okay. And then Five of Swords. This makes perfect sense to me. I did not expect to get this as far as like if we were talking positive things on this. Remember, I was looking for cards that would talk about the social aspect of it. So, this is talking about competition. And it's change. It's that 5 energy, change. I got to tell you, a lot of people that got on Threads, and when I talked to them on Threads, one person said, I feel like I'm cheating on Twitter. They felt like they were cheating on Twitter. And also, what's the point of Instagram? Like, can't you just post on Instagram and then have it post over onto Threads? And then, so why have Threads? I see. Why didn't they just put text into Instagram? Why try to do this? You see, I think what this is talking about is there is too much competition. There are too many of these social apps. It's insane. I would like to just be on one app with all of my friends and not have to ever do all these other apps. I have to post to 5, 6 different places. It's a lot of work, but it's business. You have to hire a social media manager to post everything for you, and then you don't actually get to, and someone like, maybe not you guys, but someone like me that's doing this for business. That's the only reason, really. I'm not doing this to share my cat pictures, to talk about, the latest whatever that I got. I'm doing this to promote the guild and Tarot Today and things like that. So what I'm getting at here is I don't even have time to use the apps as social apps. In other words, post things that are going on in my life and have communication with my followers, and me communicate with them about what they're posting on the app about what's going on in their life. I don't even have time to do that. People come to me all the time. Did you see that thing on Facebook? No. I have 2,000 something people following me. When I friending me. So like when I go to my feed, it's flowing like this, it would take me 5 hours to go through, and 2,000 people. Yeah. So no, I did not see your post on Facebook. It's in with the other 2,000 posts a day. Anyway, I just wanted to throw that out there to see if anybody else is having a similar issue with this. Then the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so that Knight of Wands and the Five of Swords was first, and then the Knight of Pentacles, the central focus card, the Heart of the Matter card. Work needs to be done. Now, after that, we get the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is going towards the future. Okay, so Knights are the Master Builder number 22, which is today. The entire date reduces to 22. It's building foundations. 4 energy, 2 + 2 is 4. So they might be building the foundation of something that might be really great soon or later in the future, but not right now. We are only in the very, very, I think they have to add a lot to the app. Like I said, they have to get the desktop version out, because I'm not going to use it much if there's not a desktop version. Because I don't even know where to go. I see some posts, but I don't even know where to go to see what's trending on the app. Not just the people I'm following, But on Twitter, I can see what everybody's talking about. And that was the main idea of Twitter. In fact, the original idea was it was a fast news communication tool. It was supposed to be, you're on your phone and you take a picture or a video and typing and going, I'm at the corner of such and such and such and such in such and such city, and this accident just happened. This fire is going on. I just saw Britney Spears, okay, maybe not the last one, but it was supposed to be news. There's a tornado in Kansas right here at the corner of such and such and such and such. Run away the other direction. That was what it was supposed to be. And so if you're only seeing the stuff of your followers, then you're not seeing what's going on in Kansas and New York City. And, how do I look that up even on Threads? I don't know how to do that. On Twitter, it's all there. What's my main feed, but then, suggested, trending topics, I can click on that and get everybody's comments from all around the world. I think Threads needs a lot of work. Okay. However, at some point in the future, the Queen of Wands, this might actually end up being really good at some point. And, I always point out the black cat, this is a card of independence. Wands, so fire, that fiery energy, following your passions. And of course, queens are master number 33, the master healer number, master teacher number. I think, there's might be opportunities there to be more yourself and independent, more of you on Threads in the future than you are on the other apps, especially Twitter. That's what I'm getting here. Now, let's see what Ellie's getting, because she says, my question regarding Threads was, what do we need to know about the energy of the community? Oh, yeah, exactly what I was getting at the energy of the community converging on Threads. What kind of space will it be? I got the Chariot, 3 of Wands, Chariot, 3 of Wands, Knight of Swords, haha. Wild West vibes, but it will be a fun place to be for a time. And then Michelle said she drew the 7 of Pentacles. Now that's interesting. The seven of Pentacles can go either way. Well, wait, before I say something about that, Ellie, that was so great and dead on. And that's exactly the feeling. That's the vibe. What I was talking about with the Knight of Wands here, and how I said, I felt almost a little giddy when I got onto the new platform, is because, I had that, Wild West, bit of a Wild West vibe. It's like, yes, something new we can play around with, and maybe bend it and twist it to our will and make it go the direction we want it to go in. But I don't know for sure. We'll have to see what happens. By the way, Ellie and everybody else out there, if you figure this out and there's stuff I'm missing, shoot me a message on Facebook. I think that's hilarious that I'm saying, message me on Facebook Messenger to tell me about what to frickin' do on Threads. Okay. So, cause yeah. Anyway, let me know what we're actually supposed to be doing, and how do we take advantage of this app? That's my main thing. And Michelle drawing the 7 of Pentacles. 7 is always like, 7 of Cups, 7 Pentacles, all the 7s, there's a lot going on there, a lot of things. And, with the 7 of Cups, for instance, you could be going into fantasy land and like too many options and all that kind of thing. Well, with the 7 of Pentacles, it's again, a lot of things. Got the 7 Pentacles, and then you've got, the farmer or whatever, looking over that and reevaluating. And, when I look at the actual Wade Smith version of the card, I get the vibe of pretty much me, just he's leaning on the hoe and he's looking, and it's like, what the heck is even going on this app? That's what I kind of feel, and so that makes perfect sense. It could also mean, Michelle, maybe they're going to reevaluate some of this, and, like what I got with the Eight of Pentacles, work on it, things like that. Oh, I love Soul put the smiley face with the halo on it. That's funny. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. So if anybody else has anything on that, pop that in there. Let me check for questions. Sager, can you tell me who is my marriage partner like characteristics? Well, possibly if it comes up, but let's take a look. Okay. Oh, okay, that is not working. So, okay, I am getting a messed up mixture of cards here, and a lot of cards from previous readings and things. So I think we need a good old fashioned shuffle. Let's see how the phone lines are going. 714-816-4628. There's still a couple of people on there, so we'll be getting to that. If we didn't get to your call, remember, you can call in next Saturday, and also Sunday. No, it's the week after, is the 23rd. That's when Sharon will be back. But next Saturday and the Saturday after. And who knows? Hey, are any of you down for some impromptu, like if I pop in on the morning or the afternoon on a weekday? Are any of you around? Michelle, Ellie, Laura, anybody? Okay, I'm just trying to give this a good shuffle because the cards were coming up messed up here. We're gonna take a look at Sager's question and then get on the phone lines here, and then it's time to end the show. I hope you liked the psychic spin. That was fun. And while I'm doing this, don't forget to head over to the thetarotguild.com. If you're interested in tarot and numerology, that's the place to be. And you can sign up free at the top of any page. Click sign up. You can use your social media that we were just talking about, those accounts, or just use your, like a password and email address. You can sign up for free, get a free profile, and free use of most features on the site. I mean, it's mostly free on there, folks. And you get your own profile. If you're just getting going in tarot, maybe you're just an enthusiast and want to hang out, that's fine. But if you're thinking of going pro or about to go pro, and maybe you don't have a website yet, you don't need one, at least not yet. You can fully customize your free profile on thetarotguild.com. We can even give you a URL, yourname.thetarotguild.com. It'll take you over there. Or you can, get whatever URL you want, janestarot.com, and point it at your page on the Tarot Guild website. And it acts just like an entire website for you. I mean, you even have your own blog and everything on there. And you can install your bio, buy buttons for your readings. There's social interactions. You can friend people, you can follow people, you can message people privately, you can do
90 seconds.
Oh, we're about to, holy cow, I completely forgot. I apologize. I forgot to reset the timer. So we're going to go off air on Blog Talk in 60 seconds here. So I apologize. I can't get to the phone lines, but I will keep talking to folks in the chat. So if you're on the phone lines right now,
60 seconds.
Go over to our YouTube channel, get in the chat and ask your question. It's youtube.com/the @ Tarot Today Live. And you can also just search Tarot Today Live on YouTube and get into the YouTube Live, get into the chat with us. Because we're going off air, folks. So we're going to do the outro music on our blog talk. And that is not the outro music. I think I do a lot of editing here. Where is the outro music? That's the outro music for Mary's old show.
10 seconds.
Here we go. I think it's working.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye. There we go, folks. Said goodbye to our radio audience. I'm sorry, I did not know the show was going to go so long, and I forgot to send it from 90 minutes to 120 minutes. Okay, Michelle's leaving. Hi, bye, Michelle. Michelle's got to leave there. Okay. So let me try to do this, which might be our last reading, unless some folks pop in here or have some questions. Gosh, now I lost it. Where did it go? That last question I had was Sager, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. Marriage partner characteristics. Okay. And let's see what goes on. Okay. We did get something. See, sometimes we don't. So for those that are not into tarot or want to be or are just learning tarot, and for Sager and everybody, this kind of a reading, what I do is I start pulling cards and I start looking for core cards, and that's going to be the people representing anybody that would be coming in. And I'm looking for, are there multiple ones? I'm looking for, as I lay the cards down, how long does it take me to get to a court card? And that's kind of telling a little bit, giving you a vibe of how far out it's going to be before you, finally connect with this person. If it comes up quick, that's a great sign. And that's exactly what happened. So let's take a look at this, Sager. So I also pulled a Heart of the Matter card and got, wait, let me bring up, trying to switch to my camera so I can see what I'm doing here. Okay, yeah, there it is. The Knight of Cups that we had previously. That is so cool. It showed up again, even though you saw all the shuffling I did. Yes. Okay, this is really great. Romance coming in. And it actually is on that side of the reading and coming in to you. It is great. And sometimes nights can be messages of that coming in, So yeah, I think it's showing that you are obviously going in that direction. And pretty quick, like the second card I pulled, Page of Cups. Okay, so this person is a water sign. This person is probably chronologically younger than you, maybe 1 or 2 years, maybe 5 or 10 years. Or if they're not chronologically younger, you're going to notice that they have a youth and vitality about them that may even be younger than your general outlook. It's going to be refreshing. And if it's initially kind of I don't know, you don't know how to take it, try to take it in the stride of it being refreshing, and energizing and so forth, but yeah, this person, possible water sign. What are the water signs? Pisces and everything, Scorpio, Pisces. I can't remember. But you guys know the signs, it if you're a water sign. And yeah, this person, probably artistic. Okay. And, passionate about things, maybe a little bit emotional, that kind of thing, sensitive. Yeah. So this person showed up right away, but the first card was the 7 of Swords. 7 is the energy of the seeker. You're seeking this, but there's a problem with that. Is, again, remember we talked about swords, thoughts and ideas. Look at all those thoughts and ideas, and he's got so many he's carrying, and he's still looking back, wishing he could figure a way to get those last 2. Don't overthink this. I feel like you're overthinking it. I really do. Let's see if there's any bad stuff here, or any, I don't like to say that. I think it's warnings, or the tarot giving you some advice. Let's just say that. So the advice, okay, here is one, 5 of Cups. Here's the advice on this. Again, we had this card earlier in the show, the 5 of Cups, literally the crying over spilt milk card. Okay. So you got to get rid of your baggage. Cups is emotions. You got to get rid of that emotional baggage. Don't drag, what happened in the previous relationships into this new one. Okay. That's what I feel is going on there. And then the very last card is, I think it's the only major arcana card I got, the Empress. And that's really positive. Okay. And this is growth, and creating something and manifesting something. It's a 3 card. So it is creativity and communication, so work on the communication when this person comes in and you meet this person, because I don't think you've met this person yet. I might be wrong about that, but I don't get that feeling. Work on the communication and creativity. Be creative. Maybe that was a problem with your previous relationships. Okay. And so don't drag that into this one, and instead adopt this idea of, I'm going to get creative with this. And remember, he or she is most likely kind of artistic and creative. So they're going to be able to help you with this. Okay. So that's it. We are at the end of the show. Let me check and see if there's any, last questions or something. Tarot Destroyer says he's 4'11" tall. Okay. That could happen, right? Love it. Love it. Anyway, hey, thanks everybody for joining me for this first Tarot Today live, back on the air. Mary will be with us next week. It's going to be even more fun. And I hope you liked the psychic spin, and I want to get her take on the app. So we'll be bringing this back up next Saturday and asking her about, what she thinks. She actually did get on the app too. And I know she's not a big fan of joining a lot of different apps either, I don't think. So I'm going to ask her about that and, what she thinks of this new one. All righty. So that's it. And I will see you, if not sometime during the week, impromptu popping on here. I'll see you on Saturday. Bye, everybody.